And we wish you a pleasant good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Southeast High School for our Greater Wichita Athletic League doubleheader between the Northwest Grizzlies and the Southeast Golden Buffaloes. We're about to stand here for a moment and listen to the national anthem.
Activities Association. The purpose of tonight's activity is to provide positive learning experiences and opportunities for personal growth for all of those involved. To assist in the promotion and achievement of good sportsmanship, the expectation of coaches, officials, participants, and spectators is to take personal responsibility for keeping this contest at a high level of fair, clean, and wholesome competition. Good luck to both teams. We would also encourage all of those in attendance to remember USD 259 is a tobacco-free health zone. Tobacco use is not allowed on Wichita Public School property indoors or outdoors. Thank you in advance for keeping our school environment tobacco-free. Attention fans, bad behavior at today's contest will not be tolerated. Be positive and show respect to coaches, players, officials, and spectators. Focus on the contest and the effort. Maintain integrity, win or lose. Cheer for and not against, as everyone is a role model. Let's do our part to bench bad behavior at our athletic events. And now, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, as with all great sporting events, we would like to invite all of those in attendance to stand and remove your caps as the Southeast High School JROTC program presents our nation's colors, followed by the national anthem. Presenting our nation's colors on behalf of the JROTC are Cadet Master Sergeant Drew Petraeus, Cadet Command Sergeant Major Colin Haynes, Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Caden Ashley, and Cadet Major Christian Rodriguez. Tonight, the Star Spangled Banner is being performed by Araya Holder. At the conclusion of the national anthem, we would ask that you please remain standing until the colors leave the floor.
That's the national anthem here at Southeast High School before the girls' varsity game. We're at something of a disadvantage here at Southeast as we have no idea who the starters are for the Golden Buffaloes. We're going to find out the same time you do. Rosters were not provided for our broadcast tonight, and somebody wasn't thinking here at Southeast. They tried to save paper, and they've got it digital, but there's no digital doesn't work in this building. So, which is why you're watching a delayed podcast. For Northwest, leading it off, it'll be I already know who it is. I'm waiting for her to stand. Here it is. It'll be Viviana Wall, number 12. For Northwest, Viviana is a 5'9" freshman forward. And for Southeast, well, they're giving all of ours. Number 21 is Aaliyah Richard, a 5'2" sophomore guard. Number 22 is Kamayra Barber, a 5'8" sophomore guard. Number 23, Innocent Robinson, 5'5", a junior guard. And last but not least, a 5'9" junior forward, Sasha Reed. The Grizzlies are coached by Marcus Myers, Brian Bernard, and Christina Commons. Now for the starters for Southeast.
First up for Southeast, number 2, Leela Jones. Next up for Southeast,
Jakiah Jones, number 2, leading it off. And she is going to be followed here by number 4, that McEwen Jones.
Number 10, Trinity Dixon.
Number 5 is Webb. Number 10 is Dixon. And number 24 is Harris. That may be the last time you hear those names tonight. I don't have a roster, and I don't have first names. I don't have anything. They gave me virtually nothing to work with here. Leslie Bravo, our fine videographer, is running. You run camera. Leslie's on her way. If you run camera, I'll do this until she gets here. All right, I can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Grizzlies are in their road blue uniforms. Kamayra Barber in the center spot, ready for the opening tip. I'd go closer if you can. That's good. That's good. Jones is going to tip off for Southeast. Northwest wins the tip. Sasha Reed gives it to Richard to Barber, and we're underway here at Southeast High School. We welcome you aboard. Again, you're watching a delayed podcast of this doubleheader, as internet is not available here at Southeast. Southeast is notorious for having absolutely horrible internet reception, and we made the effort, couldn't make it go, gave up. We're going to do it delayed broadcast. That one gets knocked out of play. It will stay with Northwest. Northwest playing from left to right as you're watching your video here. Ball's inbounded, and picking the pocket of Innocent Robinson is Southeast. Southeast puts one up, no good. And the Grizzlies, Sasha Reed puts up a long one. It's short, it's the heel, and the rebound goes to Dixon. Dixon for Southeast will bring it up. No score, a minute plus gone here in the first quarter. Webb taking her time. And now Jones with it. Around the horn it goes. Dixon has it deep into the paint. Shot blocked that time by Sasha Reed, and Reed going for a jump ball, didn't get one. And Reed gets the rebound on the block shot again, and now here comes Barber bringing it down for Northwest. Barber out to the wide side, and it's a shot hits the heel, no good. Rebounded by Southeast. 2 minutes gone, no score here in the girls' contest. And that one misses. The putback, though, is also missed. Again, third time's the charm, and Jones finally gets it. And Southeast leads 2-0. Robinson gets her pocket picked for the second time, and now she's going to be guilty of a frustration foul. First foul of the half for either team.
First personal foul. First Check into the game now for the Grizzlies, number 5, Anaya Simpson.
Southeast brings it across the floor one more time. On the far side, into the paint, and it's stolen momentarily by Barber, but she couldn't control it. And Jones gets her second putback in as many attempts, and it's 4-0. The clock is not running for some reason here, and I don't know why. Our clock is off because of that. Now they've started the scoreboard clock. We'll let it catch up. In the meantime, there's an easy put in, and Micaiah Jones has all 3 baskets. And Northwest is going to take a timeout here. We'll go ahead and take it with them. You're watching NWHS Grizz on the YouTube channel, and this is Grizzly Basketball. Back underway here at Southeast. Grizzlies have just scored, and I missed who scored it because I'm screened by our videographer. Aiden, who scored for us, you know? Now we have a jump ball called, and the possession arrow is pointing towards Southeast. They will keep it on the jump ball, arguably the dumbest rule in all of sports. Jones has 8 points, all 8 points, I might add. Shot by Northwest misses, and we're bringing it back down. Sasha Reed comes back in for Northwest, and she's joined by Kenzie Edwards, number 1. Kenzie will provide a little more defense, I should say, not necessarily better defense, but more defense for Northwest. So your 5 on the floor are Edwards, Wall, number 12, 21 is Richard, 22 is Barber, 23 is Robinson. Robinson is not out there, excuse me. 24 is Reed. And I must have given you all 5 because I don't think I missed anybody. Jones guilty of her first foul to go with her 8 points. Inbounded by Northwest. Onto the basket to Richard. High pressure being put on by the Buffs. Richard does a good job to beat the pressure and get the ball down the court. Sasha Reed, top of the key for Northwest, gives it off to Barber. Barber puts it up and it falls. Barber has her first bucket of the night. Each team has 1 team foul now. 8-4, Grizzlies trail. 3:13 to go in the first. And I guess it would have been nice if I had started the clock. He will do that now. Southeast with it, around the horn it goes. Jones has it at the moment. Grizzlies in a 2-3 zone. And they're not coming out of it. There's a spin move and a miss of everything. Rebounded by Barber. She lost the handle, but Richard is there to get it. She brings it across the timeline over in the corner. There's a long one by Wall that misses everything. And a foul's been called. Somebody's going to shoot free throws. And I think it's going to be Barber. It is.
Foul number 25 for Southeast. Zion Williams, her first personal foul, second team foul.
Fouls on Williams, her first, team second. Barber's at the line to shoot 2 here. Comes the first one. It's no good. Yeah, she'll try and get half of them. Cut into this 4-point lead. And she gets 1 out of 2. She has 3 points, 8-5. Grizzlies trail, 2:25 to go here in the first quarter. Here's a 3 attempt off the heel, no good. Who's going to get the rebound? It's going to stay with Southeast. That one is intercepted by Barber. Barber found Robinson all by herself down the court, puts it up, and it's blocked, but was she fouled? Yes. And Robinson will go to the line and shoot a pair.
Foul on number 2 for the Lady Bucks. Leland Jones, her first, third team foul.
Fouls on Jones. That's her first, third team foul. Robinson at the line. The first one is no good off the heel. We'll wait to see what happens with the second attempt. Makes 1 out of 2. And it's 8-6. We do not know who has the ball for Southeast. That person, number 30, was not on the list of people who was given to us. And we had a technical on that issue on Friday night against North. We'll talk about that a little bit more in case you missed our explanation of that. That happened at the beginning of the third quarter on Friday night. There's a 3 attempt and good by Williams. Williams gets on the scoreboard, and just like that, it's 11-6 Southeast. 1 minute and change remaining here in the first quarter. Out of bounds it goes, and it will turn over to Southeast. Less than a minute to go now in the first quarter. Grizzlies down by 5. The mystery guest, the real mystery guest, puts up a 3 and cans it. We have no idea who that is, but we'll give her credit for a 3-pointer. And it's 14-6. Grizzlies are down by 8. Barber off the heel, no good. Rebounded by Jones. 24 seconds to go. That one doesn't go. Barber gets the rebound. Grizzlies might play for 1 here. We'll see how up they coughed it up. And so did Southeast. They turn it right back over. And the Grizzlies will get it with 8 seconds to go in the first quarter. Enough time to get a basket, that's for sure. Nia Simpson came in for Northwest, number 5, replacing Wall. And we are underway here. The clock counting down to 0 in the first quarter. Barber driving, puts up a long one, and off the rim, no good. And that's the way the quarter will end. So at the end of one quarter of play, it's Southeast 14 and Northwest 6. We'll be back with the second quarter in 60 seconds. Stay with us. You're watching NWHS Grizz on the Northwest YouTube channel. This is Grizzly Basketball. Awaiting the start of the second quarter, Grizzlies will inbound to start the quarter. And we're underway here in quarter number 2. Richard with the ball for Northwest. On the floor with her, Sasha Reed, Innocent Robinson, Barber, and Viviana Wall. And that's the 5 on the floor to start the second quarter for Northwest. We have a whistle and a stoppage of play, and I do not know why. Do we have a foul? No. Part of the view of the court for me is screened at the moment because of the place that we're in. That will change once our final production crew member, who's stuck in a traffic jam, gets here. There's one rebounded by Richard. She sends one forward for Robinson. Robinson for 3. Off the heel, no good. Rebounded there by Richard, and a foul's called. That'll be on the floor, I'm sure. Now the mystery guest has her first personal. Still don't know who it is. Huh?
And the three-point basket is good. Number 21, Aaliyah Richard.
Richard bangs home a 3, and the Grizzlies cut it to 5. Richard for 3 again, and there it is. Grizzlies back within 2. 6 quick points from Richard, and a timeout's been taken, which is good because we never started the clock. That's been taken by Northwest. Takes their second. We'll keep it right here and tell you that the boys' game is going to follow immediately 20 minutes after the conclusion of this one. Stay tuned at halftime also for our player profile, our Meet the Grizzly player profile. We're not going to tell you who it is yet. That'll be coming up here in the beginning of the halftime entertainment. Coming out of the timeout now, that's the second timeout taken by Northwest. And we're back underway. Southeast inbounds it. Quickly down the court it comes. And a great interception by Wall. And just like that, Richard throws it into the seats. So it'll stay with Southeast. on the near side. That's Jones with it. Dixon now, top of the key, drives, tries to put it up, and it's blocked out of bounds. It's going to turn over to Northwest.
Back into the game now for Southeast, number 4, Jones.
Jones comes back in now for Southeast. Grizzlies trail 14-12. They've been down by as much as 8. Robinson to Barber. Barber, top of the key. Man-to-man defense being played by the Buffaloes. There's a long one off the heel, no good, and rebounded by the white shirts, and they'll bring it down. And a nice coast-to-coast play by Dixon to get her first 2 points of the game. And that'll turn over to Southeast. And they bring it down the floor rather casually, I might add. Around the horn, there's Jones, who already has 8 points. Mystery guest puts it in for a pair. It's another Jones, I understand. Barber has it. Pressure being put on by Southeast, and this is what Marcus Myers predicted. There's an air ball, and here a rebound by the Buffs and an easy lay-in. Oh, she missed it. Jones had an easy lay-in and missed it. There's a long one for Barber, and it's too long, and it will turn over to Southeast. 18-12, Grizzlies trail. They've been back within 2, but have not yet tied it up since they gave up the big first quarter. Over on the near side, play continues. And we have a foul called. We'll see who that's on.
Foul number 4 for Southeast. Jones, her second.
That's Jones' second foul, and the Buffaloes have 5 fouls now. Inbounded by Northwest. 4:24 to go. Barber with it at the moment. Underneath to Reed, and Reed scores.
Number 24, Sasha Reed.
Jones again, passing it over to Dixon. And Southeast throws it away. It'll be Northwest Grizzly basketball.
Back into the game now for the Lady Buffs. Number 5, Alana Webb.
Lana Webb comes back in for Southeast. I'm actually doing better with their names than I expected, given the fact that I don't have a roster. And we have a turnover. Not exactly sure what the call was. Here comes Southeast with it. Robinson almost picked a pocket. And now Sasha Reed is fighting for a loose ball. And Robinson comes away with it for a moment. It's knocked out of play. What are they going to call here? I think they're going to call a foul.
Foul number 4 for Southeast. Micaiah Jones, her third.
Micaiah Jones picks up her third personal. So to go with her 8 points, she's going to have a seat.
For the Lady Buffs, number 12, Tennessee Galber. And for Northwest, number 21, Kamayra Barber.
Leah Richard comes back in for Northwest, and they announced her as Kamayra Barber, who's already on the floor. Barber with the ball, in fact. Southeast gets it. Here's another chance for an easy lay-in, and this time they make it. Jones gets it. She has 7. Now they've stopped play again. They've done an awful lot of whistles here in this first half. Inside 3 minutes to go till halftime. And again, we'll have a Meet the Grizzly feature at halftime. And that's an air ball of some kind. That missed everything, including the backboard. Grizzlies will maintain possession. And they inbound. Richard for 3, misses everything. There's a hard foul. Wow.
Foul number 4 for Southeast. Micaiah Jones, her 4th personal foul.
Jones has 4 personals in less than 2 quarters. And is injured also. She's being escorted off the floor, but she won't be back anytime soon. Grizzlies will inbound. Reset everything. It's 20-14. Southeast. We're in the second quarter. They've got the timeouts all met. This is just a mess. The timeouts have been wrong. Now they've changed that. Instead, each team has taken a timeout, which is what I thought to start with. Richard just sank a free throw. Barber picks up a foul on the rebound of the missed free throw. 20-15, Grizzlies trail. And a foul's going to be charged. That's going to be a second foul on Barber, I'm sure.
Foul number 22 for the Grizzlies. Barber, her second.
It is her second foul in 15 seconds. All I can say to Barber is don't do that. Inbounded by Southeast. Grizzlies are in the bonus. And they have 3 fouls to give, and there's another foul. I think they're going to call this one on Sasha Reed.
Foul number 2 for Southeast. Jones,
Oh, they called it on Jones of Southeast.
to the free throw line, shooting.
And that will send Sasha Reed to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. As Northwest, as I mentioned, is in the bonus. And she missed. Loose ball on the floor. Reed has it. They're going to call a jump ball. They're going to call a jump ball, and it will be awarded to Northwest on the alternating possession.
Into the game now for Southeast. Number 10, Trenton Nixon.
Southeast inbounds it. Down the floor, and Jones sinks it. Jones has 6 points. On the far side, it's Robinson. Giving it to Barber now. Barber, top of the key, drives the paint, puts it up. It bounces, no good. Rebound to Reed. It doesn't go, and now here comes Southeast right back with it. That one doesn't go. Here's the putback attempt. It's blocked. And Sasha Reed's going to be guilty of a foul. Jones is going to go to the line and shoot a pair. Sasha Reed's first foul.
And the active shooting is the call to the free throw line for Southeast, number 2, Leila Jones.
Leila Jones will go to the line and shoot a pair. She makes the first one. That's her first point of the night.
Back into the game down for Northwest, number 1, Edwards.
Jones's second attempt is good. She makes them both. Grizzlies will inbound. Mackenzie Edwards back in the game for Northwest, joining Richard, Reed, Barber, and Robinson on the floor. And now Reed's going to come out and Viviana Wall's going to come in. Wall pulls it back, thought about a three, then dishes it off to Robinson. And that one is intercepted. Down here to Jones, off the glass, no good. Put back misses. Rebound again, third time's the charm. And now we have less than a minute to go in the first half. Grizzlies are down by 11. This is the largest deficit of the game, and now we have a foul called.
Foul number 23 for the Grizzlies, Robinson, her second personal foul.
Innocent Robinson commits a player control foul. That's only the fifth team foul. Loose ball on the floor. Who's going to get it? It comes away. Jones gets it. Dishes it off to Leila Jones, and I think Leila Jones may have been fouled. Barber picks up her third personal. That's not good news. Leila Jones will go to the line and shoot a pair, and the first one is good. 4 points for Leila Jones. And the second one misses. Rebound is on the floor to Richard. Now Wall picks it up. And it's going to belong to Northwest. It was tipped out. Barber brings it up the timeline with 16 to go. Underneath, Edwards puts it up, can't get it to go, and rebounded by Southeast. There's an easy lay-in, and it doesn't go. Put back, doesn't go. Rebounded by Richard, and that's the way the half will end. And we are at halftime. And the halftime score, Southeast 27, Northwest 15. We'll be back with our halftime extravaganza in 60 seconds. Stay with us. You're watching NWHS Grizz on the Northwest YouTube channel. This is Grizzly Basketball.
Pictures.
I'll take a one.
I just need to delete pictures.
Okay, before you do that, let me launch something. This didn't work the way I wanted it. Welcome to another segment of Meet the Grizzly, and I'm joined by sophomore basketball player Kamayra Barber. And first of all, welcome. Thanks for joining us, and welcome to Northwest.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here.
You are, just tell us a little bit about yourself. I know you're a transfer student. Tell us about that and some of your basketball history so far.
I transferred from Sunrise Christian Academy last year, and I just wanted to be here with more culture in the city, and that's pretty much what it was.
And how you liking Northwest so far?
It's pretty cool. I like it. Yeah.
Academically, what's your favorite class?
My favorite class academically probably have to be history, even though it's pretty boring, but I like learning knowledge of the past and everything. So.
Okay, let's give your history teacher a plug.
My history teacher this year is Mr. Lindenberger.
Okay. There's your plug, teacher. And good job. So, basketball-wise, you played at Sunrise. Did you play prior to high school?
Yes, I played in middle school. In 6th grade, I went to Sunrise, too. And 7th grade, I went to Wilbur. And 8th grade, I went to May South. So.
Okay. So you've been around a little bit. You've been around the block a few times, huh? So, well, we're glad to have you at Northwest, and I'm glad you're settling in. How you getting along with all your new teammates here at Northwest?
It's been well. I think everything's pretty good. Haven't been no problems or anything. So, yeah, it was good. It's been good.
What do you think this team is capable of accomplishing this year?
I think whatever goals we have set, we can get to them. I just think we have to focus and work hard and believe in each other. So, yeah.
Okay, and that sounds like something that has been preached to me earlier today, and in the past as well. The chemistry is so important, and I'm told the chemistry on the team is pretty good.
Yeah, chemistry is pretty good. There are no problems. As of right now, or that I know of, there's no problems.
Okay. So. Well, we wish you the best of luck here at Northwest this year. Glad to have you here at Northwest, and I'm looking forward to calling your number a lot this year.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're more than welcome. Kamayra Barber, our guest here on Meet the Grizzly. Stay tuned. We're going to take a 60-second timeout, and then we'll be back with more. You're watching NWHS Grizz on the Northwest YouTube channel, and this is Grizzly Basketball. And welcome back. We're at halftime here at Southeast High School, and no, it hasn't been this the entire time. The band just quit playing right before we came back. Grizzly girls trail 27-15 at halftime. We'll give you some of the statistics here. A couple of them are interesting anyway. For Southeast, Leela Jones with 4 points. Makai Jones has 8. Dixon with 2. Williams with 3. And number 30 Jones, whatever her name is, has 3, 6, 9. And that adds up to their 27. For Northwest, let me go back to Southeast. Kind of an interesting stat. Foul-wise, number 4, Jones, who has 8 points, also has 4 fouls and picked up her 4th foul early in the second quarter. So we may not see her until the 4th quarter. For Northwest, Aaliyah Richard with 7, Barber with 3, Robinson with 1, Reed with 2, and 2 points are unknown. We missed it. The first basket of the game we missed, we were busy, so we didn't get that. I want to take a moment here. We run the commercial, and we actually had trouble running it a moment ago. I just want to take a moment to thank all of the sponsors of the webcast for basketball this season. First of all, NWHSGrizz.com. Please go on there. You're already on there because you're watching this. Please go down and hit the subscribe button. The school benefits from subscriptions. They cost you nothing. All you're doing is telling everybody at YouTube that you're watching and that you're interested in Northwest High School athletics and activities. So please subscribe. Want to thank also Andrew's Cleaning Service, Keystone Solid Services, Taco Pronto up on 21st Street near Wichita, Maid Pro, that's M-A-I-D, Pro of Wichita. Get your house cleaned. Call 281-7237. The good folks at Chance Transmission Company. Chance Transmission, a proud sponsor of Grizzly Athletics. Jensen Chiropractic. Christopher Daniels Jewelry and Watch Repair at 8720 West Central. Todd Eflin narrates. We thank Todd Eflin again for his help in putting our broadcast together. He does it in exchange for this little promotional announcement. He takes no money for the effort. His wife is an alum of Northwest, and we appreciate his support. And last but not least, Lisa Hambledon and all the good folks at Mel Hambledon Ford at the big corner of 119th Street West and Kellogg. We're better, we're proving it. You be the judge. Mel Hambledon Ford. Thank you all for your support. We're going to go ahead and take a quick 1-minute timeout. We'll be back with the third quarter. Stay with us. You're watching NWHS Grizz on the Northwest YouTube channel. This is Grizzly Basketball. Southeast High. Grizzly ladies trail by a dozen going into the third quarter. They will play from right to left here in the second half. Grizzlies in their road blue uniforms with gold numerals, gold trim. And Southeast in their home whites with basically gold trim and dark numerals. And we thank them for not putting yellow numerals on their white jerseys. Grizzlies need to get something started. They Southeast will get the ball to inbound in the first half, and I'm going to tell Aiden something here real quick, something else. Oh, first of all, turn that back off. We're not in the bonus anymore. And you can do the alternating who's got the drop that down. It'll tell you who's got which one you select. Now you put it on Northwest. We're away, and that we've got the alternating possession jump ball. And then when we take it, you switch it. Around the horn it goes. Grizzlies modified zone defense of 2-3. Underneath the basket, Jones puts it up off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Northwest, and that's Barber with it. She'll dish it off to Sasha Reed. Reed back to Barber. No, it's intercepted there by Dixon. And here comes a foul called. And Dixon's going to go to the line and shoot a pair. Fouls on Sasha Reed. It's her second, the team's first foul of the second half. Dixon has 2 points in the first half. Trying to add to that total. And the first one bounces out, no good. Dixon will try one more. It's up, off the heel, no good. She missed them both. Sasha Reed gets the rebound and promptly tosses it into the Southeast bench. It'll stay with the Buffaloes now. 7:04 to go, third quarter. Grizzlies still down by a dozen. Sasha Reed comes out, and coming in for Northwest is number 30, Aubrey Navarrete. I think I know that gentleman. Jones with it for Southeast. Good pressure being put on by the Grizzlies. And now we have a whistle. No, we have a timeout being taken by the Southeast bench. We'll keep it right here. It's a 30-second timeout. Tell you, we're going to wrap up our 2022 webcast season on Saturday. Saturday, the Grizzlies will take on Junction City. The Blue Jays will come down for the City League and Art Valley League showcase games. And the City League teams are hosting this year. So the games will be played at Northwest. The girls will start it off. Unusual start time, 4 o'clock in the afternoon for the girls game, and then the boys will follow. I think the boys game is scheduled for straight up 6 o'clock. Back underway here. Southeast inbounds. Dixon has it. Dishes it off to Jones. Back to Dixon. Back to Jones. In the paint, intercepted there. Nice job defensively by Navarrete to steal that one. And Robinson is going to go. Is she going to the line, or are they putting it on the floor? I thought he pointed to the floor. It's on. The foul's charged to Dixon. It's her first. And they're going to give it to Grizzlies on the floor, which makes no sense because Robinson was going up with it. Robinson will inbound, and that one is knocked out of play, and it will turn over to Southeast. Well, that was unfortunate. Minute and a half gone here in the third quarter, and no one has scored yet. 27-15, Grizzlies trail. Webb has it for Southeast. He dishes it off to Jones. In the corner for three, off the rim, no good. Rebounded there by Jones. She puts it up, no good. Rebounded by Wall. Wall getting tied up. No, she got rid of it. Good job. And all the way down, and a long pass by Barber is too long for Robinson. It goes over the baseline, and it will turn over to Southeast. Navarrete comes back out. Let's tell you who's on the floor. We haven't done that in this quarter yet. On the floor for Northwest, it's Robinson, number 23. 22 is Barber. 24 is Reed. 21 is Richard. And 12 is Wall. That's the five on the floor for Northwest. There's a three-pointer, in and out, no good. Rebounded by Richard. Leah Richard will bring it down with some modest pressure being put on her by Jones. Gets it across the timeline, and she traveled. Yep, she did it. It will turn over to Southeast. Northwest trainer extraordinaire Tommy Gonzalez has just entered the building and stopped by to say hello there real quick. He's here with his family tonight. Southeast inbounds the ball. 5:25 to go, third quarter. No one has scored in this quarter. There's another long one. That missed everything. Rebounded by Jones. She dishes it back out. And finally, a 12-footer is put in by Webb. That's the first points for either team here in the third quarter. Took almost 3 minutes for either team to score. Barber, she passed it. Nobody was there, and it's going to go out of play, and will turn over to Southeast. Oh, they're saying it was deflected out, and it will stay with Northwest. I'll buy that. Robinson will inbound. She puts it out there for Kenzie Edwards, who just subbed in. Looks like she replaced Sasha Reed. Barber to Wall. Wall off the glass. Count it. Viviana Wall gets us on the scoreboard here in the second half. And those are her first points of the night. Freshman breaks through. There's a three-point try. Short. Putback is good by Jones. And Jones has 11. For not being on the roster, she's certainly scoring a lot of points. Now we have a coach's timeout being taken. Is it a full, or it looks like it's going to be a 30? Take a moment to, again, well, let's take a moment to do this. We haven't told you yet tonight that this webcast is primarily a student-driven production and headed up by the AV students in Shane Monroe's audiovisual program. Under his leadership, these kids are here tonight. They're earning a grade. One here tonight is earning extra credit, I know. And they're learning the basics of television sports production through these webcasts. You're going to hear yours truly giving instruction throughout the evening. We'll try not to detract from the quality of the broadcast so that you can enjoy the game to the utmost. But we want you to understand this is not ESPN, nor is it NBC. And there's a shot by Barber. She gets fouled. She's going to go to the line and shoot two. Fouls being charged to number 5 is Webb. That's her first. That's the second team foul of the half. Barber's at the line to shoot two. Here's the first one. It's rattles and falls. It's good. And Barber has her first point of the second half. See if she can pick up the second here. And she makes them both. 31-19. The Grizzlies trail by a dozen. And not anymore. That's a long two. That's 12's first basket of the night. Shot misses, rebounded by Southeast. There's a wide open and missing again, an easy lay-in. Grizzlies have been the beneficiary of several of those tonight. Richard tried to lay in, it didn't go. It's rebounded by Southeast, 2-on-0 break. Up it goes and down it goes. Webb scores. 33-19, and now the Grizzlies take a full timeout. We'll go ahead and take it with them. You're watching NWHS Grizz on the Northwest YouTube channel, and this is Grizzly basketball. At Southeast, Grizzlies trail 35-19 with 3:17 remaining in the third quarter. Grizzlies have 2 timeouts remaining. Southeast has 3. Grizzlies have 1 foul, and Southeast with 2. in this half. Grizzlies inbound the ball. Barber will bring it down the floor. On the floor with her is Edwards, number 1. 21 is Richard. 12 is Wall. And 23 is Robinson. And the Grizzlies cough it up. Aaliyah Richard gets it right back. Good job, Aaliyah Richard, defensively. Underneath to Barber. Oh, she can't lay it in. Grizzlies had some cheap points there and couldn't cash them in. Now we're back at the other end. You may have noticed also, I haven't said anything about it, we're not in our usual perch here at Southeast. They actually originally had us placed underneath the north basket. So the basket would actually be on the other side of the glass from us. As Jones puts it in for 2. We moved our table. We're in a corner. We're actually right behind what's supposed to be the student section of Northwest. It really isn't. Aren't a lot of students here tonight on a school night. It also happens to be the day before finals. Finals start tomorrow morning, and quite frankly, I don't think anybody should be here, but Wall misses a long one. It rims in and out. Dixon gets a long lead pass and scores. Dixon puts it home. Underneath Robinson. Nice feed and a nice lay in for Innocent Robinson, and that gives her 3 points on the night. We need more out of her. Dixon gets the rebound off the missed shot. Back out it comes. 12-footer, count it. Alana Webb scores again. She's got 6 points, all in this quarter. Less than a minute to go in the third quarter. Grizzlies down by 20. This one kind of getting away from him. Edwards puts it up, and it does not fall. Nothing is falling for Northwest tonight. That's part of the problem. Dixon out of bounds to Northwest with 39 to go.
Checking into the game now for Northwest, number 5, Anaya Simpson, and number 24.
Sasha Reed comes in. Simpson comes in as well. Wall comes out, and so does Barber. Sasha Reed gives it to Edwards. Edwards tried to feed it into Simpson. It was intercepted. Dixon gets a long lead pass and lays it in. We are just giving the points away here in the third quarter. Count the basket and a foul, and finally something goes right. That's Richards' first basket of the second half. She'll go to the line for the and one. And the foul is charged to Webb. That's her second. Richard puts it up, and it's good. Leah Richard gets 3 points the old-fashioned way, and Grizzlies down by 19 again. Dixon. 45-24, 5 seconds to go. Richard puts it up. She traveled. I know she did. Yes, she did. 2 seconds to go. The score at the end of the quarter is going to be 45-24 in all likelihood. There's a long one off the glass, no good. 45-24 is your score after 3. We'll be back with the fourth quarter after the 60-second timeout. You're watching NWHS Grizz on the Northwest YouTube channel. This is Grizzly Basketball. Back at Southeast, Northwest inbounds the ball to start the fourth quarter, trailing by 21. Sasha Reed gives it to Barber. Barber drives and scores. And she's going to go to the line and shoot one after the foul. Nice job by Barber. Fouls on Dixon. It's her second. Barber will sink it. And that's a good way to start the fourth quarter. And a foul call. We're going to have two shots here. On the floor for Northwest. Well, I'm going to change my mind because Anaya Simpson is about to come in. We'll give it to you after the substitution is made, which will be after the first shot by Calhart. Calvert's first one is good. She has 3 on the night. And she makes them both. Give her 4. The lead is 20 again. 7:33 to go. Robinson drives into the paint, puts it up, doesn't go. Rebounded by Alana Webb. She gives it to Dixon. Dixon underneath. Oh, that's a nice feed and a nice basket by Calhart. And Richards' shot is short, partially blocked. Here comes Southeast after the rebound into the paint. Up it goes, doesn't fall. Rebounded there by Barber. Barber brings it down the floor into the paint, and she's fouled. And that foul will be charged to Webb. That'll be her third.
Foul number 5 for Southeast. Alana Webb, her third personal foul. 5th team foul of the second half. Into the game.
Webb comes out.
Number 2, Leela Jones, and number 4.
Leela Jones comes back in, and along with her is coming back in is the other Jones.
Into the game now for Southeast, number 23, Adrian Neal.
And Neal comes in for the first time for Southeast. On the floor for Northwest, we never did tell you, let's do so. We've got Innocent Robinson with the ball, Aaliyah Richard, Anaya Simpson, Viviana Wall, and Kamayra Barber. Barber trying to get the ball. There's a jump ball. Yes, jump ball. And on the alternating possession, a good defensive play will be wasted as it will stay with Southeast. And I'm going to have a timeout. Yes, we are. And Northwest is going to take it. Let's take it with him. It's a full timeout. We'll be back. You're watching NWHS Grizz on the Northwest YouTube channel. This is Grizzly Basketball. Your game reset, 6:36 remaining, fourth quarter. Southeast 49, Northwest 27. Grizzlies have 2 team fouls. Southeast has 5. Grizzlies with 1 timeout remaining, and the Grizzlies have 3. We're back underway. Southeast has the ball in the far corner. Gives it to Jones. Jones puts it up, and it's good. And Jones is having one heck of a night. 51-27. Biggest lead of the night for Southeast. They keep increasing it bit by bit.
Foul number 30 for the Bucks. Jones, her second personal foul.
And Jones, number 30, gets her second personal. That's the 6th team foul. Grizzlies will be in the bonus the rest of the night. And there's an easy lay-in by Jones. Scored the first 8 points of the game and hasn't done anything since until just now. That's the way the game goes sometimes. A little housekeeping going on there on the floor. Ball inbounded to Robinson. She brings it across the timeline. 6 minutes to go. To Richard. Richard pulls it back out. Strong man-to-man defense being played here by Southeast. Edwards had it for a moment. Now back to Robinson. And to Richard again. At the timeout, Kenzie Edwards came into the game. And we have that one knocked out of bounds. It will belong to Southeast. Grizzlies turn it over. Boys game will follow. We'll have Andy Hill's pregame interview. That one goes out of play, and it'll belong to Northwest. Edwards brings it across the timeline. And a foul called here. Fouls on Leela Jones. That's her third. And it's the 7th team foul, so the Grizzlies are in the bonus now the rest of the game. Robinson will go to the line and shoot a 1-on-1. And the first one is good by Robinson. And she makes them both. Good job by Innocent. Barber comes in. Robinson takes a breather. So we've got Barber, Wall, Richard, Simpson, and Edwards. Your 5 on the floor here with 5 to go in the contest. Underneath, missing everything. Rebounded there by Barber. She sends it up to Wall. Wall, one man to beat. She pulls it back out. Dishes it off Edwards. So it's going to be a long 2 if it goes, and it does go. Edwards' first points of the night. She had a foot on the line, so it's only a 2. 53-31 the score. I have no idea who just scored that for Southeast.
Foul number 23 for Southeast.
Neal commits her first foul. Wall bounces in and out, no good. Viviana Wall will try her hand at one more. Wall with 2 points so far on the night. And she makes 1 out of 2. She has 3 points, all in this half. Southeast with it, 4 to go. Leading by 23. They've led by as many as 26. And I think we have a timeout taken. It is a timeout taken by Time East. It'll be a full timeout, so we'll take it with them. We'll be back. You're watching NWHS Grizz on the Northwest YouTube channel, and this is Grizzly Basketball. Underway. Almost. Southeast inbounds with 3:50 to go. They lead by 23. And there's one loose, bounding around and recovered. Nice job by Southeast to maintain possession. And Jones puts it up and count it. Oh, I'm take that back. That was Dixon. Give it where credit's due here. Kenzie Edwards has her pass blocked. Fed to Dixon. Dixon will lay it in. That basket has been automatic for Dixon tonight. That's the 5th time she's done that. And that one is knocked out of play. It'll stay with Northwest. Aubrey Navarrete comes back in now for Wall. Kenzie Edwards in the paint, tried to get it to Wall, and it was intercepted. Bringing it down and laying it in is Webb. If we took all the lay-ins and took them out of the game, we'd probably be tied. Simpson misses everything. There's a rebound to Southeast. Dixon has it, pulls it back out for 15 feet, misses. Who's going to get it? It's going to be Simpson, and Simpson took it right out of bounds. It'll stay with Southeast.
Back in the game now for Northwest, number 23, Robinson.
Darren Hammond is up here with us in the broadcast booth as he is on duty tonight as the administrator for Northwest. Always good to have him up here. And a good block by Simpson, and now we have a travel. I could have sworn that would have been a jump ball, and that would have been Northwest ball had it been called that way, but they called the travel instead. It will stay with Southeast. Southeast dangerously close to keeping the clock running the rest of the game. Another score would do it. And that one is off to the side, no good. Putback misses. And the rebound to Northwest. And Simpson evidently touched the baseline with the ball, and it will stay with Southeast. And when it rains, it pours. There's a three-point attempt missing, and it's knocked out of play by Richard. It'll stay with Southeast. 2:09 to go, fourth quarter. And that just did it. That put us in Neal's first 2 points of the night, put us into running clock time. So in 2 minutes, this is going to be over. Three-pointer by Richard. That's her third three-pointer of the night. And Robinson almost got it on a pickpocket. That one misses by Webb, rebounded by Northwest. And look who's down here all by herself, Aaliyah Richard. We needed that play all night long. They need to remember that. Stay tuned. We'll have a quick wrap-up show, and then we'll send it right to the pregame show with our head boys basketball coach, Andy Hill. Webb misses, rebounded by Navarrete, couldn't hang on to it. Southeast gets it back, puts it up for three, and that's a three-pointer by Neal. Neal has 5 points in the last 15 seconds. And now we have a full timeout being taken. I have no idea who has taken it. They haven't pointed yet. It will be Northwest. So a full timeout being taken. Let's just keep it right here. And while you're keeping it right here, I'm going to visit with our producer engineer. Okay, when the game's over, we're going to run the ad one more time. And then as soon as it's done, I'm going to do the stats. And while I'm doing that, pull up Andy Hill's interview, get it ready to go. Okay? Both teams back on the floor. Changes for Northwest. J.C. Scheu, number 2, is in the game for the first time, along with Morales. Scheu, the 5'4" freshman guard. Alondra Morales, a 5'1" freshman guard. They're both in the game. Also in the game, Nikayla Parker, a 5'9" freshman forward. And they are joined by Sasha Reed. And who am I missing? I am missing Mariah Staten, a 5'9" freshman guard, also on the floor here in the last minute. 10 seconds to go now. Freshman didn't get a lot of playing time tonight. And that's your final, our final. Southeast 66, Northwest 37. We'll give you the scoring totals here in 60 seconds. Stay with us. You're watching NWHS Grizz on the Northwest YouTube channel. This is Grizzly Basketball. back at Southeast High, where the Grizzlies have fallen here by a count of 66-37 to the Golden Buffaloes. We'll give you the scoring highlights. First of all, for Southeast, Leela Jones with 4, Micaiah Jones with 10, Alana Webb with 8, Dixon with 12, Calvert with 6, Neal with 5, Harris with 3, and Williams, who came on with not even being on our roster, led the team with 14 points. For Northwest, Kenzie Edwards with a pair, Viviana Wall with 3, Aaliyah Richard with 15 to lead all scorers tonight, and that included 3 3-pointers. Barber had 8, Innocent Robinson with 5, and Sasha Reed with 2, and that rounded out the scoring for Northwest. We're going to go ahead and send it now to our pregame show with, no, the one that says Hill on it right there. There you go. We'll be back in 60 seconds with Coach Hill. Stay with us. You're watching NWHS Grizz on the Northwest YouTube channel, and this is Grizzly Basketball.
This may sound like a typical high school basketball game being played on a Friday night in Kansas. In fact, it's a crash course in cooperation and teamwork. It's a test of dedication, determination, and drive. It's character development in action. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think about this. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students who participate in school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. At the same time, playing sports helps teach lessons not covered in the classroom. Lessons like tolerance, respect for the rules, and the importance of supporting your community. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kansas Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
And our basketball evening continues now. We're going to switch it over to the boys varsity contest, and we're joined, as always, before each and every boys contest by the head varsity boys basketball coach, Andy Hill. And Coach, first of all, congratulations on an outstanding win against North High.
Thank you. Yeah, good to get on the board for the year after a couple close losses. To start off, I thought we did some good stuff. Friday night against North, guys, our effort was good. Execution on a lot of things was pretty good. And, when you're 0-2, just no matter how it comes, you're happy to get a win. So we played well. We were shorthanded, missing a couple guys, and had some kids step up and make some plays. So it was a good night for us.
And it also gave you an opportunity and gave us an opportunity to see kids play who had not played in the first 2 games.
Yeah, we did. We had two of our regulars were out. LJ, we had talked about, was on a college visit, and then Jerome Henderson, our starting 4-man, got sick the day of the game, so he was gone. So pulled a couple JV kids, and Darian Hammond, a freshman, gave us some really good minutes, played really well, and he had no fear in there. And then Liam Calvert is a sophomore for us also, and did some good stuff and had a big and one 3-pointer that was, the kids had a good time with. So it was good to see them step up and kind of be ready when their moment came.
And, of course, that not only gives them some varsity playing experience, but it also shows you, as a coaching staff, you've got some depth on the squad. You don't have to rely on 5 guys the whole time.
Yeah, it definitely, I think, opened our eyes a little bit to the fact, we first couple games kind of been playing a 7-man rotation, and it'll be nice to know that we can, if we need to, go a little bit deeper, and those guys, I think, can go in there and help us do a lot of things. So it was good.
We turn our attention to Southeast, and I honestly know nothing about Southeast this year. So what can you tell us here? We're playing them in their building, so that's already a bit of a disadvantage.
Yeah, they've got a new coach this year, and he's doing a good job. They're really deep. I mean, they're playing two games I've watched, they've played like 12, 13 guys in each game, just kind of run them in and out. Athletes up and down the lineup, size, length. They're going to try and play fast and get you sped up. They've had a tough schedule to open up. I think they played Carroll and Capon and West, who between the three of them have maybe one loss. So, they're good. They've been right in some of those games, and playing at their place is always a challenge. So, we'll have to be really prepared to handle their pressure, their defensive pressure, and make sure we take care of the basketball and, don't give them run-out opportunities.
How do we match up with them physically, like on a size basis, for example?
We're going to be smaller than just about everybody that we play this year, but they don't have the size that like a Heights does. They don't have a kid like South does, which nobody has a kid like that. But they do have a couple guys who on film. I haven't found a roster for them yet with Heights, but on film they look like they're probably in the 6'5" range, with length and things like that. But I think overall, we match up okay.
All right, and then, of course, the one thing we always ask about is the injury report. Pretty hard-fought game against North High. Anybody get hurt?
No, we're okay on the injury front. Jerome is kind of still battling with his illness, so I know he's not at school today, and we'll have to kind of see what his status is for Tuesday night. But other than that, I think we're all good.
Well, and if Henderson can't go because of the illness, that would be, first of all, be very understandable, and his health is more important than anything. But you got some backup there, as you did on Friday night, to step in for him. So I know you're not too horribly concerned about that aspect of it.
Yeah, definitely we miss what Jerome can bring to the table for us in terms of he's got a little more size than any of our other guards and some athleticism. But yeah, we're confident that guys, and the guys are confident as well that when we're down somebody, it's next man up and step up and be ready to go.
Okay, wish you the best of luck against the Golden Buffaloes and their building here tonight. We'll tip that off here very shortly, and then look forward to a visit with you before an unusual event, and that is a Saturday game at home against Junction City.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. Thanks.
Head coach Andy Hill on our pregame visit. Stay tuned. We're going to take a 90-second timeout, and then we'll be back with the starting lineup and the play-by-play of tonight's game against the Southeast High Golden Buffaloes. You're watching NWHS Grizz on the Northwest YouTube channel. This is Grizzly Basketball.
Gave him an earful down there. Are we on? Yes. Mike check, 1-2. Trade me. This one only has out of one ear.
Okay.
All All right, there we go. We're back, waiting the start of the boys' game. We actually have about 11 minutes to go before the start of the boys' game, and we're operating on the chicken salad principle here, and those of you who know me very well know what that means. Again, they gave us no rosters, so I took a picture of somebody's book, and we'll see how it works. We may or may not call the players' names. We'll see how it goes. Girls took it on the chin, Leslie Bravo.
Yep. What was the score again?
60, I just tore the score
It was
out
like
of the
double,
book.
right?
It was a bunch. It was 66-37.
Yep. Southeast was definitely counterattacking very well.
Well, that Southeast is a good high-pressure team.
Yeah.
All righty, there's the book. And you'll have to stand doing it because they only gave us one chair.
Okay, that's fine.
The guy using the computer has to have the chair. So, okay. Well, hopefully my phone won't die here because I didn't bring my charger tonight.
Am I going to be doing this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that all right?
No, yeah, that's fine. I was just making sure.
Yeah. If you can do that, that would be great. Oh, you're gonna have to do it where I can see this because I'm gonna use my phone for their roster. Okay. So here we are. We've got 10 minutes to go. Let's take a minute here. We'll tell you what's coming up on our schedule. We close out 2022 on Saturday. No games Friday. On Saturday, Junction City comes to town, comes to Northwest for the annual Ark Valley League Greater Wichita Athletic League Challenge Series. This year the City League teams are hosting it. Girls will play at 4, boys will play at 6. We'll be on the air at 3:30 Saturday afternoon with Marcus Myers and the pregame show. And knowing that you are watching this as a delayed podcast, if you want to see Marcus Myers' pregame show before the girls' game tonight, it is being uploaded to NWHS Grizz as a separate item. Okay? Because we actually got the thing going just as the teams were beginning to be announced. So we ran it, but we don't know if it got out of here or not. So if it didn't get out of here and you want to see it and hear what Marcus Myers had to say, we'll re-upload it again as a separate ticket item on NWHS Grizz. All right, Leslie Bravo, tomorrow is the start of finals.
Yeah, tomorrow's the start of finals. You want to know something, though? What's crazy is, this is the first time in, counting middle school, 8 years that, wait, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay.
I hear you fine.
That I'm not, as stressed out with finals since I don't have that many classes. So tomorrow, I just have Dar's final, actually, and his final is pretty easy, so. And then, Thursday? I have teacher assistant, and there's no final for that, so. Because I take classes at Friends, so I already did all my finals last week.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't know you were double enrolled.
Yeah.
So how many hours are you getting credit for at Friends?
I think as of right now, I have, at least 57, something like that, yeah.
So you're gonna go in almost as a junior.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
If they transfer to the college that I want to go to, yeah. Which I don't know yet where that's going to be, but.
Well, but even so, if you stayed at Friends.
Right.
At Friends, you're going to be,
I'd be a junior.
60 hours, you're a junior.
Right,
so if you've got 57, you're one class short. Yeah, just one class short of being a junior.
Right.
So, well, that's good. I mean, that's saves somebody some do-re-mi.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's kind of important.
Yeah.
Get some money saved, so.
Right.
Yeah. Well, congratulations on that. I assume your grades are good.
Yeah.
The college level stuff.
Mm-hmm. They're pretty good, yeah.
Good. Pretty neat deal, isn't it?
Yeah. Hopefully end valedictorian. As of right now, I am, so.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Well, we'll wish you luck, and if you're not, Don't be there. No, I mean, don't. It's not the end of the world if you're not.
It's okay. I got 1 semester left. I can finish hard. So.
Finish hard. Get it. Yeah. If you're a valedictorian, I might just have to come and hear the speech.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Or, you know, when I was at Capon back in the old days, when I was at Capon, I televised graduation.
Oh, really? I know last year.
Every year. We did it at Century 2.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I cut a deal with the people at Century 2. Have you ever been in Century 2?
Yeah.
Well, you know, like where the production room is in the very back of the lower deck, there's a row of windows up there where all the microphone switches and all the lights and everything are. They gave me a spot in there.
Nice.
All I did was stick the camera in the window and point it at the stage. I didn't have to move it. It was a one-man show.
Oh, that's
I didn't have to move it the whole night.
That's nice.
And I tied in to the PA system in the production room.
Yeah.
So I didn't have to use a microphone.
That's
It went straight into the laptop, and we televised graduation every year.
Nice.
So maybe I can talk to Mr. Holdeman about televising graduation, and then your valedictorian speech could be heard
Maybe if I get chosen
by a worldwide audience of 7 billion people.
Oh, was that right? Yeah. We'll see what happens. I don't know.
Yeah.
I know last year, all the valedictorians as of right now went to go help, like, be the chaperones for graduation. And there was, like, I believe, there's a few. There was, like, 6, 7 maybe. I don't know as of right now, but we'll see.
Oh, there's more than one valedictorian?
For our class, yeah, because they didn't do unweighted GPAs, so they just did it to 4.0. So whoever just has a 4.0, which I think is kind of, like, good, because I noticed, like, in the past, like, there was, like, people that were valedictorian taking, like, just, like, regular classes.
Right.
And then there was the valedictorian that took, like, all the hard classes. So it's, like, in my opinion, at least, I feel like the person that, like, actually, like, went high above and beyond should get that, like, recognition. Because, I mean, the regular classes, yeah, you're working, but you're working even harder at the, like,
well, that's
APs
right.
and
That's
all
right.
that. Yeah.
AP classes are harder, and those college credit classes are harder, and, yeah, I can't argue with any of that.
Yeah. But, yeah, I think after our year, actually, is when they're going to start doing that. So it's going to be nice to see. Oh, look at the mascot. It's going to be nice to see that there's only, like, one valedictorian most likely, and they have to fight for their spot. So
and how would they choose that person again?
With unweighted GPA.
So they'll go back to unweighted.
Yeah, well, we'll had both, but, like, they'll base it off of that, which is better, because then you can actually see who's higher based on classes and all that.
And where are you if you're unweighted, do you know?
I don't know exactly, because my friends' classes don't transfer onto that, and, like, my high school GPA doesn't have that. So I don't know, like, exactly what it is, because they haven't put in the friends, and especially since ECA, like, I'm the first, like, cohort. They haven't, like, figured it all out yet. So I actually don't even know, but, I mean, higher 4.0.
Okay, well, we wish you the best of luck with that.
Thank you.
You know, congratulations anyway on outstanding academic performance. That's just great. And grades are everything. All this other stuff is window dressing by comparison to getting good grades.
Oh, it's nice to be rounded in a lot of things, you know?
Not just absolutely.
Get your mind off of things at times.
Yeah. But, you know, that didn't surprise me a bit when you told me that you had a 4.0. I mean, it didn't surprise me in the least. Well, you must be smart. You hang around me, so you know that alone.
For sure.
That alone makes you a genius level.
For sure.
Yeah. All right, let's. We've got 2.5 minutes. Let's spend one of them thanking our sponsors. We'll be back with the starting lineups and the play-by-play of tonight's game between the boys of Wichita North and Wichita Southeast. You're watching NWHS Grizz on the Northwest YouTube channel. This is Grizzly Basketball. Okay, we're back here at Southeast, awaiting the start of the player introductions and the national anthem. So stay with us.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome all sports fans to the campus of Wichita Southeast High School, home of Buck Nation, and tonight's Greater Wichita Athletic League matchup featuring the visiting Northwest Grizzlies and your Wichita Southeast High School Golden Buffaloes. Tonight's competition is being conducted according to the Kansas State High School Activities Association. The purpose of tonight's activity is to provide positive learning experiences and opportunities for personal growth for all of those involved. To assist in the promotion and achievement of good sportsmanship, the expectation of coaches, officials, participants, and spectators is to take personal responsibility for keeping this contest at a high level of fair, clean, and wholesome competition. Good luck to both teams. We would also encourage all of those in attendance to remember USD 259 is a tobacco-free health zone. Tobacco use is not allowed on Wichita Public School property, indoors or out. Thank you in advance for keeping our school environment tobacco-free. Attention fans, bad behavior at today's event will not be tolerated. Be positive and show respect to coaches, players, officials, and spectators. Focus on the contest and the effort. Maintain integrity, win or lose. Cheer for and not against, as everyone is a role model. Let's do our part to ditch bad behavior at our athletic events. And now, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, as with all great sporting events, we would ask that you please rise at this time and remove your caps as the Southeast High School JROTC program presents our nation's colors, followed by the national anthem. Presenting our nation's colors on behalf of the JROTC are Cadet Master Sergeant Drew Petraeus, Cadet Command Sergeant Major Colin Haynes, Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Caden Ashley, and Cadet Major Kristen Rodriguez. Tonight, the Star Spangled Banner is being performed by Araya Holder. At the conclusion of the national anthem, we would ask that you please remain standing until the colors leave the floor.
And that's the national anthem here at Southeast High School as we get set for the introduction of the starting lineups. And a different lineup for Northwest tonight. I know that Jerome Henderson has been sick because Andy Hill mentioned that in the pregame show, but Tayshawn Williams also is not here tonight or is not dressed tonight. Don't know why.
Wichita Southeast Golden Buffaloes. First up, the starting five.
So here's the starting five for Northwest. A 5'11" sophomore guard, number 5, Eli Benning. 5'9" senior guard, number 10, David Hudspeth. 5'11" junior guard, number 13, Sincere Thompson. 6'4" senior forward, Javon Glover, wearing number 22. And finally, L.J. Phillips, the 5'8" senior guard, wearing number 24. Grizzlies are coached by Andy Hill. He's assisted by Gavin Darr, Kylan Hawkins, and Jim Murnaugh. Now for Southeast, number 10 is Mason Lee. Number 14 is Davian Carter. Ezekiel Shaw, number 23. Number 33 is Caden Drury. And number 40 is Judah Love. And that's the starting five for Southeast. So for Southeast, it's Lee, Carter, Shaw, Drury, and Love. And for Northwest, it's Benning, Hudspeth, Thompson, Glover, and Phillips. Grizzlies are in their road dark blue uniforms with dark blue numerals and gold trim, and the homestanding Southeast Golden Buffaloes are in their white home uniforms. Grizzlies will play from left to right here in the first half. We're getting set to get this kick started. Javon Glover will take the tip for Northwest against Judah Love. And Southeast wins the opening tip. We are underway. Around the horn it goes. Grizzlies fall into a man-to-man. Here's a quick shot and a quick score. Ezekiel Shaw with the first bucket of the game for Southeast. Here comes Northwest, Benning with it. And that one goes out of bounds. It'll turn over. Hudspeth couldn't find the handle on it. Southeast will bring it back up. Just underway, varsity boys contest here at Southeast High School. Round the horn it goes, driving underneath, putting it up, coming up short, rebounding by Benning. Here comes Northwest back with it now. Benning with it, top of the key. Man-to-man defense again for Southeast. There's a three-pointer attempt. That misses. Hudspeth missed on the three-pointer. Ball goes out of play. It's going to stay with Northwest. 7:05 remaining, first quarter. Grizzlies and Southeast. Grizzlies trail 2-0. Around the horn, there's L.J. Phillips. Count it. L.J. Phillips gives us a tie game. Southeast will bring it back down again. Right in front of us. We are at one end of the floor here. Shaw gets his second bucket. He has all four Southeast points. Hudspeth drives the paint, loses the ball. Here comes Southeast. One-on-one, up, and it does not go. Love tried to go up, didn't take the ball with him. I think he was fouled. Javon Glover guilty of the infraction. First foul of the game for either team. Love will go to the line and shoot a pair. Love's first one is short. And the second one misses, so he missed them both. No harm done on that foul. Here comes Hudspeth bringing across the timeline for Northwest. The five on the floor for Northwest are the starters: Hudspeth, Glover, L.J. Phillips, Eli Benning, and Darian Hammond. I'm sorry, Sincere Thompson. Excuse me, I said that incorrectly. Hammond is coming in now, and he is replacing Hudspeth. Andy Hill was very impressed when Hudspeth subbed for Henderson the other night against North. And he should be. Hammond had a great game. In the paint, putting it up, count it. Sincere Thompson, and he got up limping, but he seems okay. It's tied at 4, 5.5 to go, first quarter. That one rolls out of play. That should be, oh, I don't like that call. It will stay with Southeast. Calvert comes in. Liam Calvert comes in, the 6'2 sophomore guard for Northwest. And we have, what, a foul? Wow. Going to have a foul called on LJ Phillips, I'm afraid. It is on Phillips, his first. Team foul number 2. Southeast will bring inbounded. Not a bad crowd here tonight, given the fact that tomorrow was the first day of finals. Of course, if your name is Leslie Bravo, tomorrow was a cakewalk.
Dar's making it easy.
Benning for 3 misses. What'd you say?
I said Dar's the one who's making it easy. He's chill.
And, of course, Gavin Dar is down there on the coach's bench right now.
Yep.
Here's a chance for Northwest. Glover has it. Up, scoop, count it. Grizzlies take the lead. 6-4, 4:40 to go, first quarter. Around the horn it goes. There's a 3 temp and count it. Scheu gets it for 3. And if I'm correct, he's already got 7 points.
Yep.
That means he's got all of their points. Calvert dishes it off. LJ. And we'll double dribble action, and we'll turn it over. Brooks and Barry come in for Southeast, numbers 1 and 5 respectively. Grizzlies trail 7-6. Oops. Somebody forgot to take the ball with them. And that will turn it over to Northwest, and Benning will inbound it to Hammond. Back to Benning. He'll bring it across the timeline unobstructed. On the far side of the court he goes. Goes coast to coast, puts it up, but it doesn't fall. And it's rebounded by Barry. Steal by Northwest and a steal by Southeast, and some sloppy play going on here at the moment. Here's another 3 attempt off the heel, no good, rebounded. Hammond had a hand on it, and who are they going to give it to? They're going to give it to Southeast. Southeast will inbound from right under the basket. Scheu dishes it off there to Drury.
Nice.
And it's taken away by Benning. Dishes it off to Hammond, and Hammond's shot is blocked. He gets it right back, and then Southeast comes away with it. And Hammond reaches in. He's going to get called for a reach foul. That'll be the 4th team foul on Northwest. Southeast hasn't fouled yet. The first foul on Hammond. Southeast will inbound from under the basket. And Grizzlies made a sub, and I didn't see who came in. L.J. Phillips did come out. We'll just give you the whole 5 on the floor bit again here. And it's Grizzly basketball. On the floor is Hudspeth 10 rather. Benning 5, Hammond 4, Calvert 11, and Glover 22. That's the 5 on the floor for Northwest. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Back underneath, Calvert put it up for 3. It was blocked. Benning comes over and gets it, and a good job to save it. Underneath to Calvert, he couldn't control it. Benning gets back after the rebound. Here's a 3, I think. Nope, it was short for a 2, but it didn't fall. Here comes Southeast back with it. Drury puts it in on a spin move. And Grizzlies trail 9-6. Benning, top of the key, dishes it off. Hammond for 3 to tie. Good!
Nice.
Hammond cans it, and it's tied at 9. Southeast back with it again. This is Brooks putting it in up for 15, missing everything. Calvert gets the rebound, gives it to Benning. Benning bringing it down the floor, dishes it underneath, tried to get it to Hammond. It goes out of play, and it will stay with Northwest. Wholesale changes being made here by Southeast. In fact, they're making a line change. Everybody's coming out, and everybody else is going in. That might be advertising some depth on the part of the Buffaloes. On the far side, have a foul called away from the ball. I don't know what they called. Now that's Glover's second foul. He'll come out. Again, a foul away from the ball, so I didn't see it. And I don't know who came in for him. I'll just tell you who's out there. Phillips is out there. Calvert's out there. Benning's out there. Hammond's out there. And Hudspeth. That's the 5 on the floor. Calvert, nice job to get the ball back. Gives it to Hammond. Hammond, far side. And he couldn't decide whether to get it to Phillips or to Benning, so he split the difference and it went out of bounds. 1:21 to go. First quarter, tied at 9. Northwest and Southeast. Thank you for joining us on our delayed podcast. Southeast takes a timeout. We'll keep it here just long enough to briefly thank our sponsor since it's a short timeout. We want to thank Andrews Cleaning Surface, Keystone Solid Surfaces, Taco Prano on 21st Street in Tyler, Maid Pro, M-A-I-D Pro of Wichita, Chance Transmission, Jensen Chiropractic Clinic, Christopher Daniels Jewelry and Watch Repair, Todd Eflin Narrates, and Mel Hambledon Ford. Thank everybody for their support of Grizzly Athletics on the World Wide Web. 1:21 to go here in the second quarter, or first quarter rather. And Southeast will inbound the ball. Into the paint, back out on the near side. Here's a 3 chance. Off the heel, no good. Who's going to get it? Loose on the floor. Southeast comes away with it, then coughs it up. Liam Calvert gets the loose ball. Sent over on the far side. Hudspeth now has it, top of the key. Into the corner, Benning. Back out here to Hammond for 3, and he's short. Good save by Benning, gets it right to Hudspeth. He puts up a 3. Good!
Nice.
David Hudspeth for 3, and we're in the lead by 3. That's the biggest lead of the night so far for Northwest. And the Grizzlies get an easy turnover there. And Benning tried to throw it to to Hammond rather, and they didn't connect. Went out of play. It'll belong to Southeast. 19 seconds to go in the first quarter. Southeast inbounds the ball. Drury has it, and he gives it to Kita Shumba. He puts it up and misses off the heel as the buzzers sound, and that's the end of the first quarter. At the end of one, Grizzlies lead Southeast 12-9. We'll be back with the second quarter after this 60-second timeout. You're watching NWHS Grizz on the Northwest YouTube channel. And this is Grizzly basketball. Southeast High School with Leslie Bravo, Aiden Folds, your executive producer and videographer Ethan Dunwoody, Kevin Arkin with you. Grizzlies with the ball to start the quarter. And good pass on the far side, good save by David Hudspeth. He's still got it into the paint, puts it up, it's blocked, he's fouled, he's gonna go to the line and shoot a pair. And that, believe it or not, is the first foul of the night for Southeast. That's hard to believe. And he's not going to go to the line and shoot a pair. I guess this group of referees does not like shooting free throws. LJ Phillips can't get the handle. Here comes Southeast back with it. Grizzlies lead by 3. And now they're tied. Caden Drury cans a three-pointer for Southeast, and we're tied at 12. Hammond with it, now into the corner. Hudspeth for 3 and count it. Grizzlies have their three-point lead right back. Drury again for 3. Rattles no good. The putback is good, though. Mason Lee gets his first points of the night, I believe. Over here on the far side, putting it up and get in there. The basket's got cellophane on it here. And now we have whistles all over the place, and how can they call a timeout when they don't have the ball?
Timeout, Southeast.
Well, that's me talking, and I probably shouldn't. Southeast called the timeout, a full timeout. They're going to get it. Andy Hill's laughing about it. And I can't say as I blame him. We're on the air Saturday, 3:30 for Junction City Blue Jays and the Northwest Grizzlies. The girls will tip it off at 4. That's the schedule anyway. And check NWHS Grizz for the final time of that game. But I am pretty sure that as it stands now, that is the scheduling. The game tips off at 4. We're going to go on 30 minutes early. We'll have Marcus Myers on and some other stuff as well. Coming out of the timeout, 6:31 to go. Grizzlies lead 15-14. They have 4 team fouls. Southeast has 1. Southeast has burned 2 timeouts. Grizzlies haven't taken one yet. And Southeast will inbound the basketball, and they also have the possession arrow. And a 12-footer doesn't go. Rebound to Southeast. Three-pointer is short. Benning gets the rebound. Dishes it off far side. There's a three-pointer. Good! Three-pointer! David Hudspeth. How many is that?
He's got 369 total.
He's got three three-pointers for 9 points. Grizzlies have their biggest lead at 4. And a travel is charged to Caden Drury, and it will be Grizzly basketball. Grizzlies playing very well here in the first half, keeping up with the Buffs. Hudspeth to Calvert. Back to Hudspeth. Around the horn. Benning for 3. Off the heel, no good. Rebounded by Southeast. And a steal by Hudspeth. I'm sorry, that was L.J. Phillips that stole the ball. He ended up going crashing into the wall, but he's back down there now. They tried to get it to him and couldn't. And a foul's going to be charged to David Hudspeth here as he reached in, trying to knock the ball away. That'll be the 5th team foul on Northwest. It's Hudspeth's first. LJ takes a seat. And if I said did I say LJ Phillips committed the foul? Because if I did, I was wrong.
I don't know.
I think I did, and if I did, I'm wrong. It was actually Hudspeth that committed the foul.
Confusing them, huh?
It's still his. Yeah, anything we can do to confuse matters more. Southeast will inbound. It'll be Drury over there with the ball. He gets it out. And comes back and gets it now, top of the key. There's a three-pointer that's short.
Oh.
And taking his own shot back is Scheu. Grizzlies get it back. Here's Benning with it. A three-pointer. Good! Holy cow, he's on fire. Let me tell you, Hudspeth has 4 three-pointers here in the first half, and the Grizzlies lead by a touchdown. On the far side for 3. They get it right back. Scheu, and I think that's his third, isn't it? That's his third three-pointer? Second, like I said, it's his second three-pointer. 21-17, Grizzlies lead. They had a 7-point lead briefly. Liam Calvert gets it back. Dishes it to Phillips, who gives it to Hudspeth. Back to Calvert. Now to Benning. Benning, top of the key. He's going to give it off on the far side. Now driving the paint is Phillips. And Hammond puts it up from the free-throw line, and it doesn't go. The rebound goes to Southeast, and here come the Buffaloes back. On the far side, it's Scheu with it. Scheu puts it up off the glass, doesn't go. The putback does go. And I believe that was Judah Love that got the putback and the 2 points. And that's also the margin of the lead now for Northwest. 21-19 with 3:19 to go. Benning on the far side. Calvert for 3. Good! Liam Calvert cans one. 3 minutes to go in the half. Grizzlies by 5. Carter underneath, and the putback is not going to go, and it's rebounded by Hudspeth. He sends it up to Sincere Thompson. Thompson to Benning. Benning, he lost the handle, and they're going to call a foul on somebody. It's going to be on Eli Benning. It's his first personal, 6th-team foul of the half, so future fouls will put Southeast into the bonus the rest of the half. We're going to make an executive decision here. We're going to do something we haven't done, and I'm going to show Aiden how to do it. We're going to replay Marcus Myers' pregame interview during halftime of this game. So that you don't have to go separately for it. And if you already saw it once, well, you're going to see it again. Leslie, let me climb over you just one moment here. Okay. Would you call up the Myers clip? Myers. One with Myers in the name. There you go. And I want you to scroll forward and get past the first commercial.
Number 23, Ezekiel Scheu.
It's a minute commercial. It's a 1 minute commercial. That's close enough. That's where you'll start it when we cut. LJ Phillips with it. Dishes it off to Hudspeth. Hudspeth has it back to Benning. Benning drives the paint. Oh, he tried to feed it in underneath, and there were two guys where the ball was going, and neither one of them could get to it. It will stay with Northwest, however. 2:01 to go, second quarter, 24-19, Grizzlies. Hudspeth, LJ Phillips, Liam Calvert, Eli Benning, and Sincere Thompson on the floor for Northwest. LJ, good.
Sincere. Sincere.
That was Sincere, like I said. Sincere Thompson. This goes to show you what I've always said. Don't put dark numerals on dark uniforms. Somebody needs to talk to their haberdasher. You know what a haberdasher is?
I have no idea.
Oh, you're going to learn something today. Miss 4.0.
Oh my God.
We're going to take you down to a 3.98 for that one. Davian Carter gets a two-pointer. It's 26-21. Clock is stopped for a whistle.
Was Sincere's a two-pointer?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Foul number 21 for Southeast, Marcel Gardner, his first personal foul.
Marcel Gardner gets the foul for the Buffaloes. And what do we have? We have a whistle before the shot. The foul was away from the ball.
Foul number 21, Marcel Gardner.
Gardner gets his second foul in the last minute. It's only the third foul on Southeast, and Southeast, of course, is in the bonus now. Benning. Oh, tried to feed it on the far side to Hudspeth, and it was intercepted.
Nice.
And then look who comes up to get it. That one was blocked, but it'll be Benning and back to Hudspeth, and what are they calling? A timeout is being taken. That's a pretty good timeout for Andy Hill to take because they were going to have a 10-second violation. This will be a 30-second timeout, I'm sure. So we'll just keep it right here. 45 seconds to go until halftime, 26-21. Grizzlies have the lead. Grizzlies have 4 timeouts left, Southeast 3. Grizzlies have 7 fouls, and Southeast 3. It's your scoreboard recap here in the first quarter, and it would be nice to go into the half with a nice lead here of 5 or 7 points. Coach Hill is talking to his troops, plotting what to do here in this last 45 seconds. They will be on defense. No, they'll be on offense because they had the ball. They called the timeout. And again, when this half ends, we're going to send it to the pregame interview for the girls' game with Coach Marcus Myers that is not on this recording and that we tried to broadcast live, and you'll get to see that interview. That'll be our halftime extravaganza for this game. And we have just enough halftime to play the whole thing. Hudspeth with it on the far side, 25 to go. Top of the key now, into the paint, puts it up, and he's fouled. He's going to the line, folks, and he's going to shoot a pair. 20 seconds on the clock. The foul is charged to Mason Lee. That's his first. And we have Hudspeth at the line now, shooting a pair. First one is up, and he missed. All right, David, let's get 1 out of 2. Let's get 1 out of 2. And he makes 1 out of 2. 27-21, 20 seconds to go. Here comes Southeast. Thompson on defense. And that'll be an easy lay-in for Gardner. 5 seconds to go. Better hurry. Calvert doesn't go, and that's the way the half will end. So we're at halftime, and the halftime score, Northwest 27, Southeast 23. Keep it right here. We're going to send it right to our interview with head coach Marcus Myers before the girls' game. Stay with us. We'll be back. In our pregame segment with girls head varsity basketball coach Marcus Myers, as the girls will tip it off here at the top of the hour. Coach, welcome, and everybody should be smiling today after an outstanding performance against the North High basketball team on Tuesday.
Yeah, Kevin, it was fun. We needed that.
No question about it. And you talk about a dominating performance by the girls. I'm just going to refer to a couple of numbers that I'm taking from our stat sheet that Leslie Bravo does for us. First quarter outscored North 15-6. Second quarter 15-8. Third quarter 19-10. And the fourth quarter, I'm looking here, 6-4 in the fourth quarter. So we won every quarter. 55-28, the final score. And of course, the game got to one point where the 30-point lead rule kicked in, and they went to the running clock. So it kind of skews some of the numbers, but certainly you have to be pleased with the effort of everyone on your team against North on Friday night.
Yeah, we're happy about the win, but in the style of play, what I am pleased with, we shared the ball pretty well, more than we ever had. So I was very happy with that.
Now, was that because of the opponent? Obviously, North is struggling as an opponent, and I'm not putting down North High or anything, but they've struggled in their first 3 games, and we struggled in our first 2. Although the second game I thought was winnable. I still think the South High game was winnable, but in the performance against North, I mean, it seems like there was just absolute perfect chemistry with the team, and they seemed a lot more aggressive as they played to the ball?
Yes, we've been working on that. We added some drills to make us more aggressive, and also speaking on the North, we could have easily been selfish in that game and took everything in our own hands, as in ISO ball. But they had team chemistry and they shared it very well. That was if they were going to be selfish, that was the game to do it, and they did not.
So today, tell us what it was like. Tell us what the atmosphere was like at practice.
We know what we're up against with Southeast, so we had a lot of like physical, aggressive drills going on today, and we put the pad on. Every drill was we were banging bodies all day today. I just want them to get used to that pressure what Southeast is going to bring. They're going to be in your shorts type of defense, and we got to be ready for that. I think we're the better team, but what I am most concerned with is our when their ball pressure.
I know nothing about the Southeast girls team at all, so enlighten me and enlighten those of us, those of our viewers who are watching this who are in the same boat as I am. You know, what are we going to expect from the Southeast High girls later tonight?
They rely on their defense. They force turnovers, and they play from half court on, and they're going to be harassing on ball all game, and something like heights, but they're more of a man principles.
Size wise, how do we man to man? How do we stack up against the girls from the Southeast High?
It's going to be. I really believe that we're the better team, as in execution wise and team and chemistry. They more ISO ball, and they're really good at what they do. They're good. They score off a transition and defense, so we got to take care of it. As long as we take care of it, we should win this game.
How has Southeast High done in their first 3 games? I don't even know their record.
They're 2-1 right now. We're looking to even it up this evening.
Yeah, we're 1-2. They're 2-1. We win. Everybody's 2-2, and we go from there.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, we wish you the best of luck tonight, and of course, you know, if out of the frying pan into the fire, we have a tough game on Saturday afternoon as Junction City Blue Jays come into North High, and I don't want to look ahead to that game, but this would be a good game tonight to continue that win streak and have a couple of games under our belts with W's going into the Junction City game.
Absolutely. I haven't looked at Junction at all yet. I believe this game is really big for us. We want to get on the winning streak right now.
Okay. All the best to you tonight. Anybody hurt? I need to ask that. Any injuries to deal with tonight?
Vivi's back. She the last 2 practices went great for her.
Good news about Viviana and that no one else is injured. And let's get through the game tonight without any injuries. And we'll look forward to seeing you and talking with you again before the Junction City game on Saturday.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Okay. Head coach Marcus Myers on our pregame show. Stay tuned. We're going to take a 90-second timeout, and then we'll be back with the starting lineup and the play-by-play of tonight's game against the Southeast High Golden Buffaloes. You're watching NWHS Grizz on the Northwest YouTube channel. This is Grizzly Basketball.
Hey, man, you going out for football?
Band class still needs you, man. Kansas students have choices to do or not to do. The Kansas State High School Activities Association urges everyone to participate because when activities stop, nobody wins.
And we welcome you back to Southeast High School with Leslie Bravo and our producer engineer, Aiden Folds, and Ethan Dunwoody on camera, Kevin Arkin. Halftime, 27-23, Grizzlies lead. Let's give you a quick wrap-up of the scoring. For Southeast, Lee with 2, Carter with 2, Gardner with 2, Scheu with 7, Drury with 8, and Love with a pair. For Northwest, Hammond has a 3-pointer. Hudspeth with 4 3-pointers and 13 points total. 3 points for Calvert on a 3-pointer. Thompson with 4 points. Glover and Phillips have 2 points each. And that's the scoring summary here at halftime as compiled by our extraordinary statistician, Leslie Bravo. And Leslie doesn't know what a haberdasher is.
What is that? Maybe I do. I'm just like...
A haberdasher is the same thing as a tailor. It's another word for a tailor. You know what a tailor is?
Yeah.
Tailor.
Yeah.
Okay. A haberdasher is basically a tailor. Okay.
What did you say about that? Like, when did you say that?
I said that we need to talk to our haberdasher about dark numbers on dark uniforms.
Oh, yeah.
The only thing worse than that is yellow numbers on white uniforms, because then you can't read anything. And you know who has that? Mays South.
Oh, really?
I hate doing games at Mays South for that reason. I love their facilities are great.
Yeah.
Their people are great. Their AD is the nicest guy. And I always comment to him, I've had him on at halftime, and I say, when are you going to get a new haberdasher?
That's funny.
And he laughs because he knows where I'm going. So, anyway, that's what that was about. Southeast will get the ball to inbound to start the third quarter. And the Grizzlies lead, as I said, by 4 at halftime. Let's see if they can extend that lead and avoid a third quarter funk. And they've reset the clock. We're underway here. Third quarter action from Wichita, Southeast High School. Buffs with the ball. We'll tell you who's on the floor for Northwest here in just a moment. On the floor is Eli Benning, David Hudspeth, LJ Phillips. There's a rebound to Benning. Sincere Thompson and Javon Glover. That's the 5 on the floor as we start the third quarter here at Southeast. And Southeast picks up a loose ball, drives the floor, and they're going to call a foul. Is it a charge or a block? And it looks like it will be. How about a signal, people? It's got to be a charge because they're giving us the ball. And I would have agreed with that. No, they didn't call a foul. I don't agree with that. They just said the ball went out of bounds off Southeast. Anyway, we've got it. That's all that matters. Hudspeth with it. On the far side, there's bringing it out now. Top of the key is Thompson. Sincere dishes it off. Ooh. And Sincere lost the handle. Here comes Southeast, and laying it in is Ezekiel Scheu. And it's 27-25 Northwest here in the third quarter with 1 minute gone. Benning. He's working around. Now they put it up. It's partially blocked, but a foul's going to be called. They got him on the arm. And it looks like Caden Drury picks up his first. It's also the first foul of the second half for either team. Sincere Thompson will shoot a pair of free throws here and try and get himself on the stat sheet. And the first one misses. Thompson with 4 points on the night. Let's make it 5 here, Sincere. Makes 1 out of 2, 28-25, Grizzlies lead. Here comes Southeast back with it. Southeast in white. There's one off the heel, no good. And the putback does go. And Davian Carter gets the putback, and the Grizzlies lead is 1.
Oh, okay.
Is that you?
Huh?
Is that you?
What do you mean?
The making the pop.
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what that was.
I thought that's what you were talking about. Okay, we got a full timeout being taken. We're going to take it with them. We're going to take it with them. You're watching NWHS Grizz on the Northwest Channel. This is Grizzly basketball. Southeast inbounds after the timeout, 6:02 to go in the third quarter, and Grizzlies lead by 1. They led by 4 at half, and that's not a travel. Okay, I'll take that. They're calling a jump ball. First jump ball of the night will go to Northwest on the alternating possession, arguably the dumbest rule in all of sports. Benning brings it down the floor. Glover off the glass, nice. Count it. That would have been goaltending anyway. Good job, Javon Glover, to bring that one home and eliminate all doubt. Loose ball and taken away there by the Northwest. 3-on-1 break for the Grizzlies. Count it. Sincere Thompson gives us a 5-point lead. 5:15 to go, third quarter. And there's a nice easy lay-in and a good job that time by Carter. That's the second time he's done that since halftime. Pretty good play. Benning to Glover. Glover thought about a three. Now he puts one up from the free throw line. It doesn't go. And we have a foul called on the rebound. It's going to be on the floor, and I think it's going to be against. Is that against? It's against L.J. Phillips. That's his second personal. Team's first. Grizzlies with a 3-point lead will defend. And they instantly fall into a 2-3 zone. On the near side, Carter with it. Feeds it in. Oh, that's going to be an easy lay-in, but it's blocked. And the ball goes out of bounds. It'll turn over to Northwest. What a great defensive play that was. I didn't see who blocked it. There was too much traffic down there, but it was obviously one of the dark shirts. And that pass is intercepted pretty nicely by Lee. Three-pointer misses. Ball's loose on the floor, picked up by Carter. Another three-point attempt. That one misses. And that one is finally taken by Benning. And Eli Benning will bring it up the floor with 4 minutes to go in the third. Grizzlies up by 3. pretty exciting and a pretty good ball game, actually, so far tonight. On the far side it goes. Phillips to Glover to Benning on the near side. Benning back to Glover, off the glass. That one was blocked. And an easy lay-in for DJ Brown. And I think that's Brown's first bucket of the night. Is it?
Yeah.
Yep. Grizzlies' lead is down to 1 again. Hudspeth to Glover. A foul is going to be charged to Jamari Berry. Grizzlies will make a couple of substitutions as Hammond and Calvert both come in for Northwest. And sitting down will be Phillips and Thompson. So on the floor you've got Benning, Hammond, Calvert, Glover, and Hudspeth inbounding the ball to Benning. And that's your 5 on the floor. Calvert for 3. Off the heel, no good. Carter brings the ball down the floor. That one is blocked, and here comes Glover with it.
Yes.
Off the glass and count it. That's what we needed. Coast to coast goes Javon Glover, and the lead is 3 again. That one misses, and a rebound by Glover. Benning with it. On the near side. Gives it to Hudspeth, to Calvert, to Benning. Benning up and in and out, no good. Rebounded by Mason Lee for Southeast, and he went down hard. He was fouled, I think, by Calvert. I'm not sure. Or was it Hudspeth? It was Hudspeth. That's his second. Team foul number 2 as well for Northwest.
And just a reminder, the concession stand will be closing at the end of the third quarter. Make your way into the concessions before the end of the third quarter.
Underneath, that's got to be a... Oh, there's no way. I shouldn't say that because there is a way. They called a blocking foul. Liam Calvert gets charged with a personal. That's the third team foul. It's his first. And Ezekiel Shaw will miss the first free throw. He'll have one more. Second one misses as well. Justice was served. Putback misses. Who's going to get the rebound? Another putback misses. And now we have what? They're calling a foul. Thompson picks up his first personal out of that scrum for the ball, and it will have DJ Brown going to the line to shoot a pair. First one is good. Grizzlies lead by 2. Makes them both, does he? And it's 34-33 inside 2 minutes to go. There's an intercepted pass, and that's going to be an easy lay-in for Shaw. And the Buffaloes take the lead for the first time in this quarter. 90 seconds to go. Glover with it, pulls it back out. Glover still driving. Dishes it into the paint. Calvert for three. In and out, no good. Hammond can't get the rebound, and with 1 minute to go, Southeast will have a chance to add to their 1 point lead. And they're calling another blocking foul on Calvert. That's two, and he didn't move on either one of them. Calvert will take a seat. Unfortunate for him. LJ Phillips comes back into the contest. He'll join Sincere Thompson, Javon Glover, Hammond, and Benning on the floor in the last minute here of quarter number 3. Grizzlies down by 1. And a misplay and a loose ball, and that one is knocked out of play. And L.J. Phillips goes halfway up the bleachers, but a nice defensive play by Mr. Phillips. He's leaving it all on the court, folks. And L.J. Phillips will not be playing basketball next year. He'll be playing with that odd-shaped ball at a place yet to be determined. I guarantee you he's going to play somewhere. End to end it goes. And yeah, it looks like somebody is taking a timeout. Now, what are they doing here? I have no idea what we're doing. They stopped the clock and then did nothing. Hammond with it for Northwest. 5 seconds to go. Benning in the corner. Puts it up from 12 feet. It rolls off. No good. Calvert for three. Nope, doesn't go. From 12 feet, Calvert tried it. Didn't go either. Grizzlies are going to go into the fourth quarter trailing tonight. After 3, it's Southeast 34, Southeast 37, Northwest 34. We'll be back in 60 seconds. You're watching NWHS Grizz on the Northwest YouTube channel, and this is Grizzly Basketball. To go in the ball game. 37-34. Grizzlies trail. Southeast with the ball to start the fourth quarter. Possession arrow will switch over to Northwest, and that might come in handy later. Around the horn it goes, and Scheu puts it up. No good. Who's going to get the rebound? Grizzlies are not getting a lot of defensive rebounds, and look at that. On the alternating possession, Northwest will get the ball. Seems like that happens 1 out of every 10 possessions where there's a held ball. They call it a jump ball for a reason. They need to bring it back. Okay, enough of that. Hammond with it. Benning for 3. Off the heel, no good. You live with a sword, you die by the sword. Benning with it again underneath. Calvert, call it good. Liam Calvert. And we're back within one. There's a long one off the heel. That's going to go out of bounds and stay with Southeast. Last touched by Eli Benning. Carter with it. Spin move in the paint, and they're going to call him for a charge. That is Carter's first foul. It's the fourth team foul on Southeast. Both teams have 4. Player control foul. The ball will inbound from the other end, and bringing it up the floor was Darian Hammond. He gives it to Calvert. Calvert to Thompson. Thompson, spin move on the far side, overshot Eli Benning, and it goes out of play. It'll turn over to Southeast, and that's unfortunate. Well, you couldn't ask for a closer ball game than we've had tonight. There's one in and out, no good. Rebounded by Glover. Glover dishes it off to Calvert and call that one good. Beautiful play, and the Grizzlies lead by 1. Now a whistle away from the ball. They're going to call a timeout, a 30-second timeout being called by Southeast. We'll keep it right here. We'll reset the game for you. 6:12 to go, 38-37. Grizzlies lead. 4 fouls on each team. Southeast has 2 timeouts left. Grizzlies have 3, and the possession arrow is pointing at the Bucks. You know everything there is to know about a game reset. And they quickly come out of the break now. Grizzlies did not substitute any players, so you've got Calvert, Benning, Hammond, Thompson, and Glover, the 5 on the floor with 6:12 to go here in the fourth quarter. Buffaloes inbound the ball, and Carter puts it up, and it falls. And Southeast takes the lead again. Sincere Thompson with it for Northwest. Gives it off to Benning. Benning to Hammond. On the far side it goes. Liam Calvert for 3. Good! Liam Calvert gives us the lead. 41-39. And off the glass for 3. Better to be lucky than good. Mason Lee gets the lead right back. And we have a turnover being charged to Northwest. It'll be Southeast basketball. Brown inbounds to Lee. Man-to-man on defense. There's one air ball, but it's rebounded by Southeast, loose underneath, and the putback misses. The second one misses. The third one misses, and a foul's called. Judah Love will go to the line and shoot a pair. Calvert picks up foul number 2 on him and foul number 5 on the team. Love gets the first one. Love has one more. He missed airball the second one. It'll go out of play and belong to Northwest. Grizzlies with a chance to tie. They're down by 2. Oh, come on. It did everything but fall. Hudspeth did everything except take the cellophane off the basket that time. That one does fall. Well, if you didn't have bad luck, you wouldn't have any. 45-41. Southeast leads. Benning with it for Northwest. Benning for 3. Off the front, no good. And Benning goes down hard. I think he's going to shoot 3 free throws.
Foul number 30 for Southeast.
Love's first foul. 5th team foul on Southeast to match Northwest's total. Okay, here we go. Glover's first one misses. Come on, Javon, you got to have these.
Actually, yeah, thank you.
Huh?
No, sorry.
Oh, you're good.
You want some popcorn?
Do you want? Sure, why not?
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate the hospitality being offered by. This popcorn, by the way, in all likelihood will be my dinner.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Glover puts up the last one. It's good. He makes 1 out of 3, 45-42. Grizzlies trail by 3. Southeast with the ball, 4:25 to go, fourth quarter. Count, no basket. A player control foul. A charge is being called, and
No basket on the plate. Number 10, Mason Lee with the player control foul. His second personal foul.
Grizzlies will get the ball and inbound it. Oh, you dummy. Pardon me, folks. My phone is not cooperating. There we go. Foul being charged. We'll have free throws being shot. The foul's on Liam Calvert. That'll be his 3rd. Team number 6. And now everybody's in bonus land after this one. The rest of the game. 3:56 remaining in the 4th. Trying to make it a 2-possession game will be he makes the first one, does Drury. Going for his second, and it's good. He makes them both. It's a 5-point game. Grizzlies led by 5 in this half and now trail by 5 with less than 4 minutes to go. Nice. And there's a nice 3-point bomb by Liam Calvert. And it's a 2-point game again. Good defense being played by the Grizzlies here. Lots of pressure. There's one off the heel, no good. Rebounded by Southeast, and we have a whistle. And the foul's going to be on Southeast, I think. It is. It's on DJ Brown, which means the Grizzlies should be shooting free throws here, as this puts them into the bonus. And it will be Eli Benning shooting a 1-and-1. This is the time to make the first free throw.
Yes, sir.
He does. Another one will tie it up. This would be a great time to make the second free throw.
Yep, you got it.
He makes them both, and we're tied. We trailed by 5 only moments ago. And now we're tied up. It's a brand new ball game with 3:22 remaining in the fourth quarter. Don't go anywhere, folks. There's still some basketball left to be played here. Underneath the basket, Liam Calvert is called for a foul. That'll be his fourth.
Foul number 11 for Northwest is fourth personal foul. And the active shooting is ball to the free throw line, shooting 2. Number 30.
Coaches aren't real happy with it. Andy Hill is asking about it, and so is Jim Murnaugh. Phillips is coming back into the game. He'll replace Calvert, I'm sure. No, I'm wrong. He's replacing Glover. Calvert is staying out there with his 4 fouls. Love is at the line. He's shooting 2. I don't know what that's all about. We've had some interesting referee stuff going on the last couple of games.
Wait, what?
Love is coming out, and Jamari Burry is coming in to make the free throws. Now you tell me what that's about, folks. Andy Hill is not happy. Talking to the referee about that move. We're going to take out our low percentage free throw shooter and put in our high percentage free throw because he's got a hangnail. Here he makes it. 48-47. Southeast. Benning with it. Puts it up. Good! And the Grizzlies take the lead back. Inside 3 to go. That ought to, all right, they call a timeout. I thought they were going to call a travel. They did not. A full timeout's being taken. We're going to go ahead and take a full timeout as well. This will be our last full timeout of regulation. So stay with us. We'll be back. You're watching NWHS Grizz on the Northwest YouTube channel, and this is Grizzly Basketball. Again, we want to thank all of our sponsors who make these webcasts possible, defraying the cost of bringing them to you. You just saw the list, and we thank all of them, and you can join that list. As Grizzlies get a rebound here, that's a big rebound. Sincere Thompson, Hudspeth, L.J. Phillips, Liam Calvert, Javon Glover. I'm going to take it back. LJ's not out there. Eli Benning is, though. Benning off the glass, doesn't go. Rebound to Southeastern. Here they come, 2-on-1. He gets the basket. No charges called. And a timeout is taken by Northwest. They still have 2 more to go after this one. We're going to keep it right here. Well, they're taking a full timeout. And that's fine. Ethan. Get them. Northwest cheerleaders doing their thing in the end zone here. Grizzlies start finals tomorrow. Tomorrow and Thursday are finals. Friday is an off day. And they start winter break on Friday. They'll be back in school on January the 4th. And it will be the Grizzlies inbounding it, leading by 1. Leading by 1. Benning has it for Northwest. It couldn't be in better hands. Glover's out there. Liam Calvert's out there. Hudspeth is out there. Underneath. Oh, it doesn't go. Sincere Thompson tried one underneath. It didn't go. There's a shot by Southeast. We have a whistle, and I think they're going to call a charge here. They are. Player control foul charge. It will be Northwest basketball. And 92 seconds left. The Grizzlies lead by 1. Can they steal one on the road here? Benning has it. High pressure being put on Benning by Carter. And he stepped on the sideline, but it was a nice defensive play. Around the horn it goes. Clock running, almost got his pocket pick there, did Hudspeth. Now it's Liam Calvert to Benning. Benning all the way out. Oh, and Hudspeth thought about a three-pointer and thought the better of it. Less than a minute to go. Sincere Thompson with it. Benning to Hudspeth. Over to Benning. Glover. And what are we calling? They're calling a foul on somebody. Foul is charged to Mason Lee. It's his third, the 9th team foul on Southeast. So after this 1-and-1, it's double bonus time for Northwest. And that one off the heel, no good. Oh, we needed that. We needed that so bad. And here come the Grizzlies with it. Knocked out a play, but it'll be Northwest basketball. 28 seconds to go. The lead is still 1. And Coach Hill wants a timeout. Northwest will take it. I'll bet it's a full as well, which is okay. We'll just keep it here. Well, if they ever said whether it's a full or not, and they do not play the clock countdown on timeouts here at Southeast. Some schools do, some don't. Southeast is a don't. So is Northwest, for that matter. 49-48. More of the same madcap shenanigans on Saturday. At home against the Blue Jays of Junction City. And I'm not sure that's a team we've ever played. I guess I'll find out when we talk to Coach Hill in our pregame show when we tape that on Thursday. He and I are meeting to do that. Grizzlies will inbound the basketball. Possession arrow is pointing at Southeast. Southeast has 9 fouls. Grizzlies have 7, each team with 1 timeout remaining. And here we go. Benning sends it back to Hudspeth. Over to Glover. Glover lost it. Benning's got it back. Hudspeth's got it now. Around the horn it goes. Calvert with it. Hudspeth, 10 seconds to go, 11 seconds to go, and finally a foul is going to send, looks like Hudspeth is going to go to the line and shoot. It'll be 2 because it's double bonus time. The foul is charged to Carter. That's his 3rd. 11.3 on the clock. First one. Good!
Sir.
They can make it a 3-point try needed to tie with this free throw. Second one. Good! 51-48. And a timeout's been taken by somebody. Southeast has taken a full timeout. We'll keep it here. Grizzlies lead by 3. Southeast has no more timeouts, by the way. Grizzlies are in double bonus. Southeast in single bonus. Grizzlies have 7 team fouls in this second half. Well, you couldn't have more drama than you've got here. Grizzlies have trailed by 5 in this half. They've led by 5 in this half. Right now they lead by 3. Grizzlies trying to get to 2-2 on the season. If they win, both teams will be at 2-2. And this could be considered something of an upset since we're on the road and a lot of people expected Southeast to dominate this game. Grizzlies will be playing defense. Liam Calvert, Javon Glover, Eli Benning, David Hudspeth, and Sincere Thompson on the floor for Northwest. Here we go. Clock running on the far side. A long one. Misses everything.
Yes.
3 seconds to go, and it's Grizzly basketball. And now the last time out of the game is being taken by Andy Hill. This is a 30-second timeout because that's all he's got left. Lots of drama. What do you think?
Lots of drama. Yep. Looks like we're going to win it, though.
We have to successfully inbound and kill 3 seconds.
Yep. I think we got it.
I see Ethan wasted no time eating his popcorn. I wonder if he managed to taste any of it on the way down. That's what I want to know.
No idea.
It's all right. None of us have had dinner. I don't blame him. 2.8 on the clock. 51-48. Grizzlies lead, and they have the ball. Ball's inbounded, loose on the floor, and that does it. Grizzlies win, 51-48. Let's go ahead and am I going to be able to read I'm going to give you the totals here real quick so we can sign up. These kids have finals tomorrow. For Northwest with 51 points. Benning with 4. Hammond with 3. 15 for Hudspeth. Calvert with 3, 6, 9, 13. Thompson with 7. Glover with 7. And Phillips with 2. And for Southeast, we have Berry with 1, Lee with 5, Carter with 8, Gardner with 2, Shaw with 7, and 6 is 13, Brown with 4, 6 total, Drury with 6, 8, 10, and Love with 3, and that's your total of 48 points for Southeast. We're going to wrap it up here. We'll tell you once again, we are on the air. We project at 3:30 on Saturday with the pregame show before the girls game. Girls will play scheduled at 4, boys to follow at 6. Please join us if you can't come out and see us at Northwest against the Junction City Blue Jays on Saturday. For our videographer, Ethan Dunwoody, and for our producer engineer, Aiden Folds, and for our statistician and color commentator, Leslie Bravo, Kevin Arkin saying, Grizzlies win, 51-48. We'll see you on Saturday. Have a pleasant evening.